I started telling his story to my friends because they'd come over and they saw me. And when you drop 60 or, well, Charles dropped 60 pounds. I dropped 42 pounds in 60 days. Like people start going, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I told you about Charles and the living foods and the sprouts and all that stuff. They're like, they weren't listening to me because they literally thought I was nuts. But when they saw me 60 days, 90 days, 80 days later or whatever, it was, you couldn't not pay attention.
You're a different person.
Like I literally looked like a different person.
Yeah.
And they were freaking out. And so then I tell them the story and they're like, will you grow sprouts for me? And I was like, oh, John, my buddy, this realtor. I'm like, dude, I'm really busy. It's like a lot of work. And I'm like, he talked me into it. Then the next day he brings this buddy, Eric, over, another realtor. He's like, tell Eric your story. So I told Eric the story and Eric's like, will you grow sprouts for me? And between these two guys and me just telling people, and when people started seeing me,
Yep.
it was like a magnet. It was like moths to a flame. And all of a sudden, these people started dropping in. Cancer patients started knocking their door, literally on my house, and like, I need help. And I'm like, okay, come on in. You know, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just trying to learn how to sprout and do this stuff. And then this lady come over this one night with cancer and kind of destroyed our spousal, date night. And so I'm like, geez, maybe I should just set a class a day and just make people come one day. So we did that on Wednesday nights. Those classes filled up. So we started doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then I started getting requests. I started speaking at churches and hospitals and grocery stores on the weekends. And I'm running around and I'm not charging anybody like anything. I'm actually paying. I'd go to farmers markets, get the best food. So I started teaching these detox, nutrition, living food, juicing classes, making food, juices for people and telling them all this stuff, telling my story and Charles' story. And word kept spreading. And I'd probably have anywhere from 1 to 13 people a night come over. And we had over 5,500 people to our house in about a 5.5 year period. And so I got to experience a lot. And people with cancer on the side of their face and just all this crazy stuff that I saw, these people with all these autoimmune disorders and fibromyalgia and Graves' disease and, colitis and Crohn's, and you name it. I learned all these crazy terms I didn't even know existed, but there's a whole world out there of sick folks.
And it's running rampant.
It was insane. My garage literally got turned into a growing operation before Oregon legalized marijuana. So I literally had to go around to my neighbors and tell them, like, look, I'm not growing something over there. I'm growing grass, but it's wheatgrass. So I was the sprout man, the grass man. I mean, all my neighbors had names for me, but we just started helping people. And then from that, that's how Chemical Free Body was born. Because what happened was I was looking at, one day I typed in 3 words into my browser: umbilical cord chemical. Umbilical cord chemical. And I saw what literally set me back in my seat. These studies have been going back since 2005. Every single child being born today, Wendy, they test for like 400 chemicals. They find 250 of what they're looking for, and 180 of those cause cancer in humans. Oh. It's like it's in the womb. I have an ebook right now that we're just about finished. I've redone it. I've retitled. It's called Dying in the Womb. And because that's what's happening. And in my last 12 years of this process, well, first off, let me finish that thought on the chemicals. So 71% of what they were looking for, they found in the umbilical cord. Now, this is in the young mothers and the young babies, supposedly the healthiest of all of us on the planet, right? Because they're young and fresh and healthy, right? And the young fathers that procreated that with the young woman. And they're polluted, like literally in the womb, in the blood. Now, that sounds terrible. But that's just the blood serum. I found out later that the muscle tissue and the fat tissues actually have 500 to 1,000% more concentrations of these chemicals. Our body's protective mechanism is to put these chemicals into fat cells so it doesn't kill us. Okay. So this is, for those of you listening that have been struggling for losing weight, this could be a big problem for you. Your fat's holding on to it. No matter how hard you work out, it's not going to, you have to be able to detox these chemicals out in a certain way so you don't die. Like, it's that bad. And so your body's holding on to that and the fat and the muscle cells. So you're not being, so it doesn't kill you basically. So what happened was when I changed my lifestyle and I went all like fresh food, like a wild creature, my body was like, oh, okay. He stopped putting in all the crap. And I had all these juices and water going through me and infrared saunas. And so I turned my life into a daily detox because we live in a polluted world.
Yes.
So I did all that stuff. And so that's when I sat back and I was like, wow, the older we are, the more time we've had to bioaccumulate these toxins from the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the clothing that we wear. And a lot of people don't think about that. Like women wearing a Lycra bra, you're off
Yep.
gassing all these.
I just ran into this. I don't know if it was reading some of your stuff, but the things that we have to think about and the amount of overwhelm that can set in if you're even when you're trying to be healthy.
Yes.
Right. So
well, I know exactly what you're talking about because when I learned all this stuff, I was literally freaking out. I literally just wanted to get naked, and I went to I didn't want to touch anything. They scared me.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. So what we're here to do, because I'm a solutionary.
What
I've learned is you don't bring people problems without bringing the solution. So if I'm starting to freak you out a little bit, don't. This is awareness, and you need it, and your family needs it. This is very important information. We'll give you the solution. Solutions are easy. The solution is actually you, and we've cut through the chase. I've built a lifestyle, or my own personal lifestyle. People literally pay me tens of thousands of dollars just to copy what I do because they want to copy it quickly, whether they're an Olympic level athlete or they're stage 4 something. Those people have the propensity to change now, and they want to do it rapidly. Somebody else, you want to lose 40 pounds, you want to look a little prettier, lose a little weight for the wedding. Well, the wedding thing might actually be more, might be more drive there than cancer. I've seen this. Like women are going to lose some weight for this wedding. Let me tell you. I've interviewed them. I know. I actually went to the bridal shower thing in Portland and interviewed women coming out, and it's like they're going to look good that day.
They're motivated for that one day.
Yep, they are super motivated. But all joking aside, it's like the older we are, the more time we've had to bioaccumulate these toxins. So this is an underlying these are microscopic no-see-ums, and they are destroying your health from the inside out. And again, back to what I was saying earlier, from the last 12 years of living this lifestyle and being aware of all this stuff, I've seen looking at children being born, all of a sudden children are being born with diabetes. And then all of a sudden it was children are being born overweight, and now children are being born obese. That's weird. And then now children are being born with cancer. Okay. And you see like the St. Jude's commercials and this stuff on there with the St. Jude's, and send us a bunch of money. We're looking for the cure. Okay. The cure's right in front of our freaking face. It's like a big ass white elephant or black elephant or green elephant. It's a big old elephant, and I'm shining some light on it. And I feel like that's my job today, is I'm shining light on things that are so obvious, but we don't know because they've been hidden from us.
Yep.
And the solution is us. And the solution is us becoming our own doctor, learning how to self-heal. It's not hard. If a redneck from Eastern Oregon can do it, you can do it too. And I'll show you what I've done. If it works for you, great. That's what we do. But it's like, you just calm the nervous system down, because if you cannot heal when you're stressed out, period. And I can get into the dynamics of that, but you have to get the toxins out of the body, number 2, daily, because they're always coming in. And the number 3, you need living nutrition, living foods. And living foods with bacterium in them to recolonize the gut microbiome. And so when we do these things, we see people, and I'll tell you the people that we mostly get over here, I should call them, they're the I tried everything folks. That's usually the camp of most of the people we got. Now we do have, these are the, I've tried everything, but they're still deep down, they're wanting to get better. Right. So maybe one more time, and that's usually where we get a lot of the folks. And we've helped a massive percentage of those people.
So people come to you with, they're not feeling good. It's autoimmune, cancer. You're treating, and the word treating, I know can be.
No, here's the deal is like, I can't heal you. I can't heal anybody, like literally, physically. I can't do it. You have to heal yourself. All I'm doing is like showing you what I've learned on my body, what I've done. We're kind of like a living laboratory here, because I have coaches, I have nurses and doctors on staff. I've got that are and my formulator, Dr. Trey, we put all of our products together. These are all people that are freaking healthy. Yeah. But we've all went through this gauntlet. We've healed ourselves from, like, one of our coaches was bulimic. Another registered nurse had stage 4 cancer. She healed herself from. Another doctor on our team healed herself of cancer. These are the people that got woke up, and then they're like, we're going with nature. And so people have to realize that you are nature. Your body is made of water. You find that in creeks and rivers and ponds and streams, right?
So what do we do about how polluted and tapped out our soil, our water, all of the things that you're talking about that we, naturally want to use to heal ourselves? But what are we dealing with out there?